Welcome to all. Myself Parmila, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about the concept formatted input-output and derived data types. Formatted input-output and reading-writing characters. Now see one by one. Formatted output, formatted input and formatted output. Input and output. What is input and what is output? Input is nothing but the data what will give to your system is called input, and the process which give to us is called as output. What is the meaning of a format? Format in the sense the data should be arranged in a specific order. That is nothing but a format. So what data we have and how we have to read the data and how we should display the data. Arranging all together in a specific order is nothing but a format. So what is the format of an input? What is the format of an output? While reading the data or while giving the input to a system, in what order we have to give? While displaying the result to a user, in which form we should display to the user the result. That is nothing but formatted input, formatted output. Right? Now see one by one. In this formatted input output, first we will discuss about the formatted output. Output in the sense which will be given to the user as the result. So to display the user in the C programming, we have a function called printf. Printf is one of the function used to display the result. So printf is the function. So like this we will write printf is nothing but a parenthesis. That parenthesis represents a function. So this is the format. Coming to the syntax of it. Printf, character type, the format. Which format we want to use. That format need to be specified here. So printf, open the parenthesis, and which type of format or which type of data you want to print, you need to represent that specific variable name along with the format specifier. We have discussed so many types of format specifiers like %I, %C, %S, %D, like with different forms we have seen. That respective format specifier need to be used here. And the return the character printed. So what output is nothing but a result. So what we are printing that will be displayed to the user on the monitor. See the example. Printf, the control string. Control string also called here as a format specifier. So here we are printing a string. String is nothing but group of characters. While we are specifying, take the data types example. For suppose if you are specifying a gender, either male or female, how we represent it? As M or F. Pass or fail, P or F. Yes or no, Y or N. So here in these three cases we represent only one letter. Only one letter. First suppose, when I ask to tell your name, is it only one letter? No. More than one letter. If more than one letter you have, that we usually call as a string. String is nothing but group of characters. If you have only one character like this M, N, X, O, P, is like that, we use the format specifier %C. If we have more than one letter as a group, that is with %S. The format specifier for that is %S. S represents string, C represents character. So which value you want to print here, the respective format specifier need to be given here, followed by that respective variable name. So this is one of the example. So it takes two types of arguments. The printf statement will take two types of arguments. What are the two types here? The first one, only the characters, ordinary characters. Ordinary characters. So simply we'll write like this. Printf. Suppose if you want to print a message, hello. It is a character, group of characters. Directly we can write like this. The string is represented with the double quotes. So printf. If you want to print simply your name, so X, Y, Z. Whatever you represented in this double quote, that will be directly displayed to the user. So X, Y, Z. And then The second form is conversion specification. Conversion specifiers as percentage with the symbol percentage. So percentage %C, %I, %D, %U like that. So printf, here we declared one integer variable a with the value 10. If you want to display the result, displaying nothing but output. So here we use the statement printf, the function printf, output function followed by %d. Which type of value it is? Integer value. What is the respective format specifier? %d. So printf %d. Which value we want to print here? Value of a. So we should specify a. Printf %d a. If you have b as 12, if you want to print that value, then %d, comma b. So which value we want to use? That respective format specifier and the variable we have to use here. This is the example of formatted output. Right? Now see about the formatted input. Input in the sense what we give to the system. For that, we need to use the function called scanf. Scanf is the function we have to give the input to our system. Nothing but that we can also call as reading the values. Using that scanf statement, not only the integer, not only the character, not only the float value. Any value we can read by using the function scanf. Similarly, with the help of printf also, we can print any type of value like int, float, char, double, etc. Coming to the scanf statement. So, scanf, f represents the function, scanning function, scanf followed by the parenthesis. Then we have the syntax, that is scanf, and which type of value are going to use, that respective format specifier along with address operator, the variable name. So it returns the number of inputs. See the example here. Scanf %d and %string. For suppose here I have an integer variable a. I want to initialize some value to that a. I want to give the value of a as some 20. Value as 20. Then how to read this? Use scanf. Which type of value it is? Integer. So %d ampersand a. So ampersand a means need of the address operator. Here it is where the memory is reserved to store the value of a. It should store the value in that respective location. So assume this is the memory and it is an integer value. Assume the size of this as 2 bytes. So to store the value of a, it needs 2 bytes of memory. So assume these 2 bytes are reserved to store the value of a. This is for a. When we use the scanf statement, here we'll insert some value. Assume that value as 13. So this value should be stored in the place of a. So first it identifies the memory location of a by using this address operator. So it moves to that address location and this respective value will be stored in that memory location as 13. So likewise, which type of value we want to use? That respective format specifier need to be used, followed by the address operator and the variable name. In which variable, in which memory location we want to store it. So this is about scanf statement. So these are the different character forms we have. D, which is for representing a decimal number. O, for representing an octal number. X, small x and a capital X for hexadecimal number. U, for unsigned decimal numbers. C, for a single character. S, for a group of characters, nothing but a string. F, for fraction point or the decimal points. So likewise, different format specifiers we have are the %d, %o, %x, %u, %c, %s likewise. So before that, we need to keep percentage symbol when we are using the respective format specifier in the program. These are the format specifiers and which type of format it needs and what it prints. reading, writing characters. Reading and writing. So reading characters. By using a scanf and the printf statements, we can read the data as well as we can print the data. Any type of value. We can read an integer using the scanf. We can read an integer, we can read a character, we can read a float, we can read a double, whatever it is. So using the scanf statement, we can read any type of value. Similarly, using the printf statement, we can print any value. An integer we can print, a character, a float, a double, anything we can print. Coming to here, reading and writing only the characters. So for reading as well as for printing the characters, we have some specific functions. Those functions are, now let's see. Get char. Get char. So it is a function, a character which reads the data from a keyboard. Put char, which write the character each time, character by character, to a monitor. And put char and get char both are similar to scanf and printf statement respectively. So using get char and put char methods, we can read and write the characters one by one. One character after next, one character, like that. So put char is almost equal to scanf. Get char is almost equal to scanf and put char is equal to printf statement. Right? Allowing the input and printf, scanf, putf and all the functions. Standard input output header file. .h represents the header file. So before accessing all this, we should import, we should access or we should include that header files into our program. Then followed by that we need to write a main function. So main function, and then here we need to declare a variable, and see here get char function. Get char. So here whatever the character we are inserting to that will be stored into your C in the form of int. So using keyboard, here we give a character, some A or B or C, here only one character by character, right? Read that character and that will be stored here. And while C is not equal to EOF, EOF represents end of file. End of file. So instead of here this declare this as character, char C, not int C. Take this as a character C, char C. So read some value into that C. First store something into that. I want to print the text Vignan. So first I entered a letter V. So will be stored in C. So V. End of file means when it enter into that case is whenever we press the button enter, then that will be considered as end of file. So after typing all the letters, usually to see the result we will press the button enter. That this is considered as end of file. So after typing V, we have one more character, no enter. So it comes here. It print that character. What is in C? C is having V. So V will be printed. And then C equal to get char. One more character it read. What is the next character? This is be inserted. That is nothing but I. I is stored in C. And it come here. Is it end of character? No. Then it print that. I. And then C equal to get char. So next character it read. The next character is G. Then is G equal to end of character? No. Then it print that. After that, it print the next character. The next one is N. And it comes here. Is N is equal to end of file? No. Then it enter into the body of that loop. It print the value of C. After that, it take the next character. A. Now C is having the letter A. This is not equal to end of file. Then it print that, put char and get, read the next character. What is the next character here? N. Now C is having N. Is N equal to end of file? No. Then it comes here, it print that. and C equal to get char. So after n what we use the key enter key. So that enter is equal to end of file. So here end of file is not equal to end of file. Is it true or false? If it is false, it exits from the loop and it goes to the closing brace of the main function. So the closing brace of the main is equal to the end of the program. So there it stops the execution of the program, and this is the result. This is the output displayed to the user as Vignan. So this is about the reading writing characters using put char and get char functions. These are only for reading the characters. But coming to the scanf and printf statements, not only the characters, using that we can read and write all the types of data like int, float, char, double, strings and all. Right? Thank you.